If you are working on enhancing your mind-body connection, then this class is perfect for you. Welcome. My name is Dominique, and today I will be guiding you through a somatic yoga flow. Somatic yoga is essentially a somatic experience in which we focus on the mind-body connection. The intention is to heighten the awareness around bodily sensations as we move through different yoga poses. The benefits of somatic yoga include releasing built-up tension and even healing from certain types of trauma. For this particular class, we will use yoga blocks. If you do not have 2 yoga blocks, then you can use a household item that is soft and resembles a foam yoga block, or you could do the practice without any props at all. We will get started in a seated position. So once you have your mat rolled out, you'll meet me in a simple seat with hands on top of the knees. Integrity through the spine, chin parallel to the earth, and allow the gaze to soften towards the floor or allow the eyes to close completely. And we'll take a few moments to settle in space, to bring awareness to where we are, to allow that shift from everything that you were doing prior to now to just being right here in the present moment. And as you remain in stillness, we bring awareness to the breath. Notice how it feels as it enters and exits the body. What can you change? What helps you bring more awareness to the breath? What helps you come to the present? Then a quick body scan, starting at the crown of the head, moving down through the face, the neck, the shoulders, the torso, the arms, the hips, down the legs to the feet. Take inventory. Then as you breathe, imagine the breath is dispersing all throughout the body. Imagine you can feel the breath through your arms, your legs, even into the fingertips and the tips of the toes. A couple of more rounds of breath here in stillness. Then wherever you are in your breath cycle, empty the breath completely. Together we inhale through the nose. Open mouth, sigh, release. We do that again. Inhale, breathe deep into the belly. Exhale, let that go. One more time, just like that. Exhale, release. Seal the lips, cultivate Ujjayi breath. If eyes are closed, begin to flutter them open. If you have your blocks, go ahead and grab a block. One block will be in each hand on its lowest setting. Place them alongside the body. There will be about a block's space away from your legs and the block, and then place your hands on the blocks. If palms cannot reach the blocks, just scooch the blocks in a little bit closer so that your palms can rest on top of the blocks. Now you can keep your eyes open or you can close them to help bring awareness to the space in which we're stretching. So you'll begin to lower your right ear to right shoulder as we open up left side of the neck. You might feel this all the way down through left shoulder, left bicep, maybe even all the way through left forearm. And just take a moment, bring awareness to the sensations that you're feeling. This is a stretch that often brings up agitation. So see what happens as you breathe deeply. What changes for you as you invite the breath in? Holding these yoga poses that bring a lot of agitation can actually help us manage stress and agitation off the mat. So we're practicing noticing what we're feeling, breathing through it and managing it. Now you can stay here. You can start to rotate the chin down towards the armpit. Take any movements that feel organic and natural to you here. And as you release tension, thoughts may arise, and allow them to drift just like clouds passing in the sky. One more full round of breath here. Then release chin back to center, and we'll move to the other side. This time we drop left ear to left shoulder to open up right side of the neck. Again, you might feel this all the way down through right shoulder, right bicep, even into right forearm. Notice what you are feeling in your individual body. Notice what starts to come up for you. And notice what changes as you lengthen and deepen the breath. Again, you can hold here, or you can start to rotate the chin down towards left armpit. Take your time. Continue to breathe into the belly space. A few more rounds of breath here. Each time you exhale, creating more space. Then we release chin back to parallel. Your choice if you would like to use the blocks for the next movement as we move into a side stretch. So you can either keep the blocks where they are, you can move them out a little farther, or you can just place them alongside out of the way. So we start with right hand down on the earth. Inhale, lift. Left arm overhead, find length all through left side body. Pull your left hip down towards the mat. So both sit bones are on the earth. And you can start to roll through left wrist if you would like. Shoulders are stacked here. Breathe. Then you'll begin to rotate your left shoulder down to the earth. Left hand comes to the mat. Walk the arms all the way in front. This time left hand plants and open up. Right arm is overhead this time. Pull right hip down to the mat. Again, you can rotate through right wrist. Begin to frame down towards the mat, right hand towards the earth, cross the arms in front, walk it over to the right, right hand plants, left hand overhead. We release, come back to center. This time we start on left side, left hand plants, right arm overhead, pull right hip down towards the mat, create space and length. You can roll and rotate your right wrist. Right shoulder starts to come down to the mat, and then you'll walk the hands in front of you all the way to the right. Right hand plants, left arm overhead, find length. Frame the mat, left hand plants, walk the hands in front, left hand plants to the side of you, open up, right arm overhead. Then we release, come back to center. Grab your blocks, place them towards the front of the mat, and then make your way into a tabletop position with your hands on the blocks. So we'll do something a little bit different. Instead of going through a traditional cat-cow, we're only going to flow through cat and then come back into a neutral position. So once you have your hands on your blocks, you'll inhale here in the neutral position. Exhale, really press the palms into the blocks, round through the back, gaze goes back towards the legs. Hold here, create space all through the back. And then release back to neutral. So you can move through this at your own pace. We inhale here. Exhale, press, find your cat pose, hold and breathe.
And you can even start to rock forward and back if you like, or you can just stay still, your choice. And then when you're ready, release. So bring awareness to what comes up for you each time you really press into the mat and create space. Some might feel this through the neck and the traps. Others might feel this all through the back. Close your eyes, scan through the body, and really notice, where is the sensation? What changes for you as you breathe deeply? Do you notice any tension starting to leave the body? Do you notice any agitation? We have a couple more rounds just like this, flowing from a neutral position into cat. Keep the breath flowing in and out of the body. And the last one here. Hold in cat. Really press up and away from the blocks or the mat. And then release back to neutral. If you have your blocks, keep your hands on top of the blocks, tuck the toes, lift the hips to the sky and down dog. The extra space that the blocks might bring may help you bring your heels down to the mat. If you can bring your heels down to the mat, stay there. If not, you can pedal through the feet. Generous bend in the knees if you need it. And again, the tailbone goes up towards that space where the ceiling and the wall meets. And if you have your heels on the earth, you can start to pedal if you'd like. Take your time here. And as we switch into the different positions, notice how the sensations change throughout the body. Notice if there's an area that's consistently tight in different positions. Take inventory and just bring awareness. Allow the breath to flow all throughout the body. One more full round of breath and down dog. Then begin to walk your feet towards the blocks or towards the top of the mat. Take a moment here, allow yourself to hang heavy. Crown of the head drops towards the mat. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Do that again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Weight is evenly distributed through the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Start to heel toe the feet the width of the mat. Then heels in, toes out. If you have your blocks, you'll place them back where, when you sit into a squat, your glutes will actually hit on the blocks, and we'll stack both of them on top of each other. So blocks are long ways. Hands come to the earth and assist yourself down into a yogi squat sitting on the blocks. If you do not have blocks, then you'll just come into a traditional yogi squat, and we'll breathe here. Integrity through the spine. These hip openers can cause a lot of agitation, so find your breath. Notice what comes up and notice what changes as you invite the breath in. Try to relax. If you're already feeling some shaking, then that's a sign of tension or built up stress leaving the body. The hips are one of the most common areas for us to hold stress, similar to the neck and the shoulders. One more full round of breath here, and then we'll flow. So we'll release the hands back down to the earth. Weight comes into the heels to help lift you up. Lengthen through the legs, crown of the head to the earth. Inhale. Exhale, release, yogi squat. You can either sit back down onto the blocks or keep yourself hovering. Inhale to lengthen through the legs. Exhale, bend to the knees for a squat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Keep flowing here. Again, there's always the invitation to close the eyes to help increase the awareness of what you're feeling in the body. Notice if there's a shift in the hips. Do you feel as though you're letting go of some of the tension? If not, what can you change? We have a few more rounds just like this. Take your time. If you're moving faster or slower than me, that's okay. This is your practice. Last full round. And then we all meet with the legs extended in this semi-wide forward fold. And you can pivot the toes back in a little bit closer towards center line. Take a moment here. You can grab opposite elbows and just hang heavy. Depending on where tension is stored in the body, you might feel this more in the back of the legs, the low back, or maybe even the upper back. Breathe. Deep belly breaths. If arms are crossed, release the hands down to the earth. Grab your blocks and we'll place one block on each side of the mat. Right foot will stay angled out towards right side of the mat. And then step left foot back so you're in a lizard lunge. If you have to heel toe your right foot a little bit closer towards top of mat, go ahead and do so. And you can use your blocks here if you have them. You inhale, pull the chest through in high lizard lunge. As you exhale, rock back for a wide-legged pyramid and see if you can keep the ball of right foot on the earth. So that'll change the stretch to come in towards the front of the leg. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. One more time, inhale, rock forward. If you don't have the blocks with you, invite them this time as you rock back. And this time we hold. So it's your choice if you would like to keep right ball of foot on the earth or if you want to lift it up towards the right leg. Take a moment here. And then your choice if you would like to keep a rounded back or more of a flat back. Take inventory and notice what works best for you and your body today. Each time you exhale, imagine that tension is leaving your body. And what changes when you bring that imagery into the mind's eye? Then we'll begin to walk the blocks forward, bend your right knee, lower left knee to the earth, untuck left toes. So we're moving into a low lizard lunge here. You can either keep the blocks or move them. And then it's your choice. You can stay upright with hands on the blocks, or you can start to walk the elbows down onto the blocks. Take this at your own pace. This is a deeper hip opener. So again, a lot of agitation might arise. Just bring awareness to the sensations that you're feeling. Invite deep belly breaths in.
And if at any time you felt as though you went a little too deep too quickly, know that you can come out of it. Or if you would like to start to rock the hips back and forth, you can invite that in as well. So really just tune in, allow your body to guide you. Notice what adjustments you can make to help release tension and to calm if you're starting to feel agitation build. These somatic practices are so great for bringing awareness to what we're feeling and then to manage that. Everything we're doing on the mat today will help us off the mat. We have a few more moments here in our low lizard lunge. And then we're going to bring this into a quad stretch. So you can go ahead and remove the blocks alongside the mat, or if you need a block underneath your left hand, you can bring that in. Then inhale, lift your right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right hand back. Then go ahead, and if you can, bind. If it's not accessible to you and your body today, that's okay. You can even use a towel or strap to help bring the foot in if that works for you. And a lot of people don't realize this, but there's a lot of tension that can be held in the quads. I'm actually somebody who stores a lot of stress and tension in my quads. So this pose is so important for me when doing a somatic class. If that resonates with you, great. If not, no problem. Just keep breathing into it and just notice what's going on in your individual body. A couple more rounds of breath here. And slowly release the bind if you have it. We release the twist. Find your blocks, bring them back in. We're going into a down dog again on the blocks. So get your positioning. Then when you're ready, tuck left toes, lift left knee, step right foot back, and make your way into down dog. Take a moment here, and then notice the difference on the left and right side. Quick scan through the body. Awareness from the crown of the head all the way to the tips of the toes. Then begin to lift the heels and lower them down. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower. Stretching through the feet. One more time. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower. Start to walk the feet towards the blocks or the top of the mat. Then heel toe the feet to the width of the mat. Place the blocks alongside. We'll skip the yogi squat this time. And then step your right foot back so you're in a high lizard lunge. Again, if you have to adjust your left foot, go ahead and do so. Inhale, pull the chest through. Exhale, rock back, wide-legged pyramid. See if you can keep ball of left foot on the earth. Inhale, rock forward, pull the chest through. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Last time before we hold, inhale, rock forward. Grab your blocks. Exhale, rock back and hold. Again, adjust the blocks as you need, and it's your choice if you want to keep the ball of left foot on the earth or if you want to lift it back towards the body. You can close your eyes, bring awareness. Perhaps the awareness starts at the back of left leg, then travels up towards the low back. Check in with your face. Is there any tension that you're gripping onto in the face?
Sometimes the agitation is correlated with either clenching the jaw or bringing some sort of tension into the forehead. If that's resonating with you, just let it go. Last breath here. And then begin to shift forward. We make our way into a low lizard lunge, lower right knee, untuck right toes. And then you can stay upright with hands on the blocks, or you can start to walk the elbows down onto the blocks. This side might feel different, and that's okay. We hold on to stress and tension differently throughout the body. So even if it's in the same muscle, it could feel different on each side. And then again, you can find a rock if you would like. Tune in with your body. Allow your body to guide you. Awareness surrounding what you're feeling. As thoughts come to the mind, just allow them to drift like clouds floating in the sky. Really allowing yourself to be here in the present. A couple of more rounds of breath before we move into the quad stretch. Your choice if you would like to keep the blocks or place them alongside. And then right hand down, inhale, lift left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left hand drops back. Your choice to take the bind. Woo, this side is much tighter for me. Continue to breathe. Deep inhales and exhales into the belly space. Breathing into the belly helps us regulate the nervous system. So as agitation and tension arises, we might start to shift into that fight or flight. The shift of the breath into the belly space can help bring us back into the rest and digest. With each exhale, imagine tension leaving the body. A couple of more rounds of breath here. If you have the bind, slowly release. We'll release the twist. Both hands come back towards the front of the mat. Grab your blocks, place them on the lowest setting. Tuck right toes, lift right knee, step back, down dog. Take your time here. Notice what has shifted, what has changed. And if you can bring your heels down to the earth, then go ahead and do so. Then take any organic movements that feel good for you here. You can rock the hips left and right. You can pedal through the feet. You could stay still. Check in with what your body needs. What can you change to release some more tension in the body? Last full round of breath here. Then begin to walk the feet towards the top of the mat. This time we keep the feet underneath the hips, grab opposite elbows. Release crown of the head to the earth, and your choice if you want to stay still or rock left and right. A couple of more rounds of breath here. Then release the hands down to the blocks. Place the blocks alongside the mat. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Stretch through the feet. And then bring yourself down into a seated position.
We'll start with either right leg in front of left in a simple seat, or you can stack your right leg on top of your left for a fire log pose. Integrity through the spine here. Inhale, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, arms come into an eagle wrap. You'll start with your left arm underneath your right. So either a single or double wrap here. If neither of these are accessible, you can just go ahead and give yourself a hug. We're looking for length through the upper back, the back of the shoulders, and perhaps even in the neck. Your choice if you want to stay still or you can flow with me. If you're flowing with me, we inhale, lift the shoulders and the elbows up. Gaze goes up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Allow the eyes to close as you remain here in the rounded position with eagle arms. Opening up the back of the heart. Deep inhales and exhales. Loosen the jaw if it started to tense. One more full round of breath. As you inhale, you'll bring yourself up, then release the arms, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, bend at the elbows, pull the chest through, mini seated cat-cow. Inhale, arms overhead, round through the back. Exhale, pull the chest through, bend at the elbows. One more time. Inhale, round, arms overhead. Exhale, bend, pull the chest through. Then release, neutral spine, hands down to the earth. We'll move into a one-sided straddle. So move your right block out of the way. Your right leg extends out, left foot inside of right leg. We'll go into a side straddle. So you want to think that both shoulders are stacked as you hinge over towards the right. So go ahead and extend your right arm out. You can grab for anywhere on right leg or right foot. And then you'll stretch through left side body, left arm overhead. Keep the shoulders stacked. Pull your left hip down towards the mat. Bring awareness to the sensations that you're feeling all through left side body. What changes as you invite deeper inhales and exhales. You can rotate through left wrist if you would like, or you can keep it still. One more full round of breath here. Then as you release, left hand comes behind, lift the hips to the sky, right arm up overhead, find length all through the front of the body, and then release yourself back down. We'll switch right to the other side. So this time, either your left leg will be on top for fire log or it'll be in front for a simple seat. Integrity through the spine. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, opposite grip this time. So this time your left arm will be on top, then either a single or double bind. You can always just hug yourself if that's more accessible to you today. And then you can either stay still or add the flow. If you're flowing with me, we inhale, lift, exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and hold. Again, we're opening up the back of the heart chakra. So some agitation or tension might ignite. Breathe deep. Awareness to what you're feeling. Awareness to what comes up in the mind.
Last couple of breaths here. Then you'll inhale, lift, release the arms. Arms come overhead. Exhale, bend through the elbows, open up through the chest. Mini cat-cow here. Inhale, round through the back, arms overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows, pull the chest through. Inhale, round, arms overhead. Exhale, bend. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, release, neutral spine. We go into that one-legged straddle on the other side. So move your left block out of the way, extend your left leg out. Right foot is inside of left leg. We start to side bend towards the left. Hand is somewhere on left leg or left foot. Right arm drapes overhead and you're seeking the stretch all through right side of the body. You can hold your right wrist still or start to find a rotation. And again, there's always the invitation to close the eyes to help deepen the mind-body connection. Deep belly breaths. Right sit bone is really pressing into the mat to help find length. Last couple rounds of breath here. And slowly release, right hand behind you, lift the hips to the sky, left arm overhead, find length all through front body. And then release the glutes down to the earth. We'll move into a seated rabbit, so both knees bend and feet plant. You'll lift the balls of the feet off of the earth, arms wrap around to either the ankles, blades of the feet, or the toes. Then you'll tuck the chin to the chest, forehead to the knees. Equal and opposite energy, hands to feet, feet to hands. Find space all between the back, the shoulder blades, perhaps even into the neck. This is often a difficult pose for a lot of people because all of the stress and tension that is held in the back and the shoulders. Breathe deep. Awareness to the space. Awareness to what arises. Awareness to what you feel. A couple of more rounds of breath here. And slowly release the feet down to the earth. Keep a C curve with the spine and you'll roll back on to the mat. And then just shimmy yourself so that you're still in the center. And then walk the feet in a little bit closer towards the glutes. Left foot stays planted, right knee into the chest, give it a squeeze. Then find a figure four shape, outside right ankle on top of left leg. Then you can stay here in figure four or bring this into a reclined pigeon, your choice. You can stay still in reclined pigeon or rock left and right. Loosen tension in the face and in the jaw. And then your choice if you would like to stay here, or you can bring this into a figure four supine twist. If you're going into the supine twist, leg packet to the left, right foot plants on the earth so the knee will be up towards the ceiling, both shoulder blades on the mat and right arm opens up as you gaze to the right. So this is a hip opener here. Some agitation might arise. Or you might just feel tension leaving the body. Whatever it is that you are feeling, honor it. Awareness, breath. One more inhale and exhale.
And slowly release the twist if you have it. Both knees come into the chest and rock left and right. We move to the other side. This time right leg is planted. Left knee into the chest, squeeze, find your figure four, and then you'll progress as you see fit. So you can stay here or you can move into the reclined pigeon. If you're in the reclined pigeon, your choice if you would like to stay still or rock left and right. Find whatever feels organic to you, allowing the body to guide you, letting go of what you think you should be doing. And you can stay here in the reclined pigeon, or you can bring this into the supine twist. Left foot plants towards the earth, left knee up towards the ceiling, left arm opens and gaze to the left. The side might feel different, that's okay. No judgment or attachment, just honor it. One more deep, full round of breath. And if you have the supine twist, go ahead and release. We all meet with the knees into the chest and a rock left and right. You'll extend one leg out and then the other for final Shavasana pose, arms alongside the body. Allow the eyes to close and take any wiggles or adjustments that you need to find stillness. And we'll move through a body scan meditation, starting at the crown of the head. Bring awareness to the crown of the head and imagine a light at the crown of the head. It can be any color, it could be rotating in any direction, or it could just be shining in stillness. Now imagine the light moves down through the forehead, the eyes, the nose, the chin, creating space and releasing tension. The light goes down through the neck and the shoulders. Ease comes in wherever the light is. The light shifts down towards the chest, the upper arms, the upper back, down to the elbows, the middle of the torso, the lower portion of the torso, the lower arms, the hands, the hips. Ease fills the body. Ease is invited in wherever the light is illuminating. The light travels down through the glutes, the upper legs, the knees, the lower legs, and the feet. The entire body is illuminated. The entire body is at ease. Continue to remain here in stillness. And eventually the light will start to dim as the body becomes heavy and rests on the mat. On your next inhale, you'll inhale through the soles of the feet, up through the legs, the torso, the arms, and out of the crown of the head. Exhale, everything reverses down through the crown of the head, the arms, the torso, the legs, the bottom of the feet. We do that again. Inhale, up through the bottoms of the feet. Exhale, down through the crown of the head. One more time, in through the bottom of the feet. Exhale down through the crown of the head. Release. Body is heavy and still. Then when you're ready to invite movement back in, you'll wiggle the toes, the fingers, roll at the wrists and the ankles. Perhaps inner ankles come together as arms extend overhead, finding length all through the body. Toes point, low back lifts. And then release, knees into the chest. One final squeeze. Eyes can begin to flutter open. Your choice if you would like to come into a fetal position. Otherwise, with ease, rock yourself up into a simple seat. A simple seat is where we will meet to close out practice. Once you arrive, hands can be on top of the knees, or you can find your way into a prayer, hands with thumbs pressing into the heart space. Bow your head, take a moment to show gratitude to yourself and to the practice, and bring awareness to the body, awareness to the shift in how you feel now versus when you started. Thank you so much for tuning in and flowing with me today. As always, it is an honor to guide you. Thumbs to the third eye. Thank you. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button and comment below. It is a pleasure, and I'll see you next time.